today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. When you get a minute, go to my YouTube channel, Coffee and Conversation with Shakenya, and browse around. Why don't you, right? Look at a couple of videos. If you see any of them that you like, any of them that hit home, any of them that said some things that you probably wanted to say to somebody and just didn't have the heart to say it, share my video on your page and hopefully they'll see it and get the note, right? Do that for your girl, and at the same time, you'll be helping me become famous. Yeah, so it's like a twofer. You do for me, I do for you, right? Yeah, so real quick, after that, get a copy of my book, Dysfunctional Family Knot. You can get it from lulupublishing.com. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from Urban City Publishing. And soon you'll be able to get it from streetnoisemerch.com. Real soon. Working on it. So today, you know I can't get into the syllabus. It's Saturday, right? You say, why am I even on Shakenya? Because I care. Yep, I care. Every video I put out is for educational purposes. Yep, so I care. I want the best for you. Y'all, I'm about to move us back over to our little spot. It's doing some stuff. There we go. I'm gonna go fast because it's a lot. For a Saturday it is, right? So I got a DM. And you know what I asked them? I said, you subscribe to my YouTube channel? They say no. I say, do that. Look at some of the videos. You see one that you like, you share it. And then you gotta tag me. Yeah, if I'm gonna share your DM, I'm gonna interrupt my show and what I got going on to answer your question. That's the least you can do for me. It's reciprocity, I think, is what I'm trying to exhibit here for you guys. Right? Yeah. Put it back out. Whatever you get, and put it back out. Right? So let's see. I guess the DM was asking about the classes. I mean, they really took it literally. So when I be on here telling y'all that y'all teach the classes, and then they really thought that I had a classroom set up, and today's lesson clause is ethics, right? Knowing yes. While they was growing up. No, it wasn't structured like no classroom, but it's just the teachings that I was taught. And I felt like for you to understand in our lessons for Coffee and Conversation, I just broke it up in classes. That's all, right? So, yeah, they took that literally. It's all good, though. So, yeah, I didn't have a classroom setting. But, yeah, I was taught as a child. So, a lot of the lessons that I was taught as a child, I just kind of incorporated it into my parenting style, right? So, I just broke it down for classes for you guys because these are things that I felt needed to be taught to kids. If you want our kids to surpass others or be better than others or be looked at as equal as their counterparts or however way you want it or whatever you wanted for your kids, it was a lot of work that needs to be put into it for you to get the product that you was looking for, right? So I had gotten the product I was looking for out of all the children. Right, so I know what I'm telling you is right? And then when I go to those classes, they say, yeah, people have actually DM'd me and said thank you because the advice that was given, it actually worked for them, right? So I wanted to double back and see, where you taught the classes. Right, because it was a few people jumped in my DMs and said that they didn't teach their kids a few things that I thought they should have been taught because I was taught, right? And not to judge them or anything like that, but it's like, dang, people don't be raised the same. Like, some people don't even be raised. Some people just grow up. So when they tell me they didn't know that and they didn't teach their kid that, it's like, damn, well, now you know. Maybe it's not too late, right? So that home ec class, did anybody teach you how to cook and clean as you were coming up? The importance of keeping your kitchen and bathroom clean. Like, when I was coming up, I had chores, right? Most Saturdays I had to clean up before I could go outside and play. We had some Saturdays where we had a deep clean, to where we washing walls, baseboards, wiping down up under the table legs with Pledge. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, every day, yeah, I had chores before I could go outside. I had to wash the dishes most nights after dinner. Fix it, Jesus, fix it. Yeah, we had a cluttered house, but it stayed clean. Like, and when I say cluttered, like a dresser in the dining room, maybe a bed in the dining room, right? Maybe 2 couches, 3 couches, right? But we was comfortable, right? So, yeah, anybody teach you how to cook and clean? I was taught how to wash dishes in a particular order, right? Make your water, soak your silverware, wash your cups, then wash your sauces in your plate so they'll fit in the rack real neat. Then wash your bowls so they can stack up, and then you wash your silverware, then you wash your pots and pans last. Now, if you was taught something different, that's fine, just as long as you was taught to wash them. I'm just saying that was the order. Did anybody teach you how to cook? Yeah, I'm gonna say my grandmamas taught me how to cook, and as I got older, my aunties, I relied on them for recipes and how to cook different things. Like, I could call any one of them. I got their recipes written down in the notebook, right? I whip it out every year, every holiday, right? I got 2 or 3 different variations of potato salad, 2 or 3 different variations of dressing, because I got my auntie on the west, Deborah recipe, and my Deborah on the east recipe. My mama's side of the family, my dad's side of the family. I got a recipe from my auntie Linda. So, yeah, I can call any one of my aunties if I need, yeah, a recipe. My great aunt, rest her soul, I would have been able to call and ask her how to cook certain things, right? So, yeah, all the women in my family pretty much can burn in the kitchen. But did anybody teach you how to burn in the kitchen? Did you stay put long enough to be in there to see what's what ingredients go where, what to do, how to make this? Did anybody sit you down and tell you, you about to help me cook this and about to help me cook that, right? Sometimes you got to be made to sit down and learn how to do this, because this is survival. Yeah, learning how to cook, knowing how to cook, yeah, it's survival. Anybody have patience with you, though? Yeah. Yeah, because you got to have patience in order to teach. Did anybody teach you how to take care of your clothes? Yeah, how to take care of your clothes. I still have clothes from back in high school. Yep, the other day I went out to celebrate my little cousin's birthday. That was a FUBU outfit. Oh, I can't tell you how old that is, right? But it was in mint condition, wasn't it? Yeah, I keep it in the cleaners. Yeah, I don't put it in the washing machine. I put it in. So, yeah. Oh, I seen the baby. Gotta give you an update. Yep. The baby was there celebrating my little cousin's birthday. So the fact that she was seeing her other side of her family and partying with us, me seeing too. I hate my son didn't go, but my little brother, my oldest daughter, and my baby. And it was just like I told you. Nobody sent out a memo, but you best believe the baby was dressed exactly how the little brother was dressed, in all black. Me and the other daughter was dressed in like a little khaki outfit. You seen what I had on? She had on the shorts, same color. All of us had ponytails. Me and the baby had the same ponytail damn near. Baby had black polish, so did I. I know, because remember I told you we were so close and the bond was so tight that we were all actually synced in with each other. Could show up somewhere in the same color, dressed alike, look alike, you would know we together. And nobody, yeah, that's how. I was so happy to see her. Oh my God, I have so much fun with my family. Whether it be the east side, west side, mama side, daddy side. Whenever I'm with 2 or 3 or more of my family members or cousins, it's going to be a good time. We even have fun at funerals. I know it's inappropriate, but when I tell you, a joke is going to be shared. It's 2 cousins I will never sit by at a funeral. And one on the daddy side and one on the mama side. And they know who they are. I get in the trick bag every time, right? So yeah, I have fun with the baby. So I'm always sharing the sad and the bad side. I just had to give you a little update. Yes, my heart was filled with joy, right? So yeah, anybody teach you how to take care of your clothes, how to separate your darks from your lights, when to use bleach, what goes to the cleaners, what can't go in the dryer, what you gotta hand wash, how to take care of your clothes, right? Somebody gotta teach you that. Did anybody teach you that? Yeah, because if you know it, then you can teach them kids. But if you don't know, what about physical health? Did anybody teach you about eating healthy, eating fruits and vegetables, not using drugs, exercising so you don't put no weight on? Yeah, did anybody teach you all of that? Well, my grandma and my auntie used to go to the spa all the time. They had like a lifetime membership back in the day, and they used to have these like buddy passes. So I would go with them as a kid. Yep, I used to sit in the spa. I used to swim. I used to really work out because I was just a kid, but they would always let me sit in the sauna with them, and I would watch the other people work out and get their work. So yeah, that planted the seed. But as I got older, I was in modern dance, I ran track, I kind of found my own health journey. So staying fit, I'm the same size I was in high school, right? So yeah, being fit, 3 kids, still got a flat stomach, muscles, that's the body that I want. So I got to work hard at it. So I'm disciplined in what I eat. I'm disciplined in how I eat. I work out regularly and have been ever since I was a kid. But you best believe they planted that seed, right? Fix it, Jesus. Yeah, I feel like if you take care of yourself, you might live longer. Yep, I don't know when I'm going to check out, right? God, please don't take me today. But I do know that I'm doing everything I can to preserve my body and preserve my organs and preserve my mind, right? I'm doing my part, right? What about that mental health class? Yeah. Was mental health normalized in your household as a child? Yeah. Did people make you feel crazy for not going to get help, or make you feel crazy if you did go try to get help? Like if you say you want to go see a therapist, they call you crazy for doing that, right? Did they normalize? Did you have anybody in your family that has mental health challenges to where they required therapy, had to go to the doctor, see somebody that had to take medication? Did anybody take the time to tell you what their diagnosis was? The symptoms, the diagnosis, why they behave the way that they behave, the type of medication that they're on, why they have to take the medication, right? Anybody take the time to do that? Yeah, I did. In my household, because it was done for me as a child. Yeah, mental health was normalized in our household. So growing up, took all the children to get immunizations. Yep, I felt that was important to prevent certain diseases. Yes, I'm for immunizations. Their physicals, the dentist, eye doctor. Yeah, grandma did all that. But also, grandma had a lot of home remedies. Yeah, so if it's not an emergency, it's a good chance I'm gonna probably patch you up at the crib. Yep, I'm this close from doing stitches. Yep, so yeah, grandma had a lot of remedies. But did anybody teach you about taking care of yourself, your mind, your body, mental, normalizing mental health? Life. Did anybody teach you the life class is what I call it, but it's basically just talking to you about paying bills, right? Talking to you about maintaining your credit or having credit, home ownership, entrepreneurship, life insurance, a will, advance directives, things of that nature. Did anybody sit you down? Investments. Did anybody sit you down and talk to you about things like that when you were coming up as a kid? Yeah. Some stuff I just picked up, like just hearing them talk about paying bills, right? I knew it was important to pay. I'm on the phone with the bill collector, right? The insurance man here to come get some money, right? So I knew growing up as an adult, I was going to be coming out my pocket, right? So I knew bills was important growing up. It was talk around me about credit, but nobody sat me down and talked directly to me like I did to my children about credit. But it was talk around me about credit. Not really home ownership. I kind of found my way with that and the importance of that. But definitely mortgage. I heard about mortgage payments coming up. Let me see. Being business. I knew it was a few family members as I was coming up that had businesses. Yeah, my bonus mom's mom actually had an ALC home, and I used to go work with her when I was a little kid. So yeah, I knew about the people in my family that had businesses on both sides. So I knew a little bit about entrepreneurship. I did buy my first home in my late 20s with a low interest rate, and I had a good credit score. I will just throw that out there. Furthering your education. Was anybody on you about furthering your education? Going off to college, taking a trade, learning something new every day, reading a book, doing research on whatever career you're actually in. Yeah, I had a lot of examples. Yep, my baby aunt stayed in school. The auntie above her was always getting certificates at her job, always learning something, taking a class. My bonus mom was educated. Her mom and all 8 of her sisters were RN. So yeah, coming into the house and seeing all those women with those white hats and outfits on, I mean, that was definitely inspiring. A lot of people in my little cousin, she got 2 master's degrees, and me and the girls attended both of her graduations. My little sister has a master's in social work, so they used to go visit her at school with my bonus mom. So I had a lot of examples, as well as there was a lot of examples set for my children. So I think my daughters didn't really have a choice but to kind of further their education. It was destined for them. It was in their future, right? And then them watching me go to school and watching me walk across the stage with my bachelor's degree, yeah, that was important, right? So they had a lot of examples. So yeah, it's not saying that you can't encourage your child to further their education without it, but it does help for them to see. Representation is very important, right? Number 5, that religion class. Did anybody in your family take you to church? Were you raised, or did y'all practice any specific religion? Whether you practice the same as a child or you do something different now, just do you have a relationship with God? Do you believe, right? Did you witness God's goodness for yourself as a child, right? Fix it, Jesus. The people that raised you, were they good Christian folk? Right? Like you were able to witness good deeds. Like I grew up in a house where my grandma looked out for everybody. So meaning that if you was hungry and you came to our house, chances are she was going to feed you. If you didn't have a place to stay, chances are she was going to allow you to sleep on our couch. If you ain't had no clothes, she was definitely going to go downstairs and dig in the bin and find you something to wear. Like I grew up in a household like that. So it's natural for me to do the same for others. Right? So fix it. Jesus. Yeah, you got to be raised in that. Like what would Jesus do? Right? So yeah, religion class was very important. Very important. Going to church, believing in God, having a relationship with God, making sure your children have one. So if anybody did that for you, then chances are. Right? Street smarts. Did anybody teach you street smarts? Did anybody actually sit you down and tell you to say no to drugs and teach you how to avoid drugs, getting wrapped up with the wrong crowd, right? Being tempted, right? Fix it. Jesus, fix it. Being safe. Right? Never drink a drink that you leave unattended when you out and about, right? Don't be pumping gas late at night, young ladies, right? Being safe, being off your phone when you walk into your car so you can be aware of your surroundings, keeping your head on the swivel, stuff like that, right? Fix it, Jesus, fix it. Did anybody teach you about that? What about Black history? Did anybody teach you coming up about our people? Or did you just learn it from school? Either way is good, but it's always good to learn it at home, because I think school, we only get a month, and then it was a long time when we was coming up. I don't know. I did learn a lot from school, and I kind of took it an extra step, doing my own research, reading about our people, the accomplishments that we had, so, but just the basics, like slavery and civil rights movement, stuff like that. Are your children aware of who those people are that started it, the movement? Were there conversations being held? Yeah, do your kids know so they'll be proud of who they are and where they come from, right? That helps, right? So, yeah, it can't just be taught in school. You got to teach it at home, right? So, yeah, I did learn a little bit from home, a little bit from school, and then I did my own research, and then I taught my kids, right? What about politics? Yeah, because that civil rights movement, then rolling into everything that had to be done in order for us to vote. So growing up, I knew the importance of voting just because my grandma used to vote. But I did my own research and took it back and taught my kids so they'll know the importance of voting, right? A lot of people went through a lot to make sure we had that right. Everybody of color should vote every time, every election. Every time, every election. I don't care who you vote for. Your history. Did anybody in the family talk to you about your family, where you come from, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your parents? Did your parents talk to you about who they were, how they grew up, where they come from? Were they bullied as a child? Were they bullies? Did they drop out? Did they graduate? Did they have a good childhood? Yeah, did they have fun in school? Right? How was their school? Were they popular? Or were they not? Right? Yeah, did anybody talk to you about their life and your family and where you come from? Yeah. What about the ethics class? Was anybody on you about if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all? Right? Treat people how you want to be treated. Right? The importance of being honest, not lying, not stealing. Right? Stuff like that. Loyalty. Right? Stuff like that. Yeah. So that's it. I was just wondering because they wanted to know what the classes were. The classes weren't real classes. I just broke them down for you for the sake of the show. It's basically the things that you learned growing up, how you were raised, and how much of that you incorporated in your parenting style. How much of that are you using to raise your own children? How much of it did your children adapt? Right? So y'all, that's it. I'm out. Enjoy your day. I might come on, y'all. I'm almost finished with both those projects. At the town center, I have to do a little sanding and painting. And then at that house, I just got to cut in a socket for the plug through the drywall. I didn't do it beforehand. Don't ask me why, but I did. So yeah, I got to cut that out. And that's it with that job. And I'm out of there, right? I know I'm working for somebody. Entrepreneurs, is it hard for you to work for other people? Like for your family and friends? Anybody got a job? Something you can do even though you a boss? Do you know your role? Do you know how to adjust? Yeah, I'm working for somebody right now, so I'm a worker. Yeah, I called somebody a worker the other day and they got offended. I don't know why and how, but they did, right? So, yeah, I don't mind being a worker if I'm getting paid at the end of the day for doing a job. Yeah, yeah, that pride and all that stuff, I set all that aside. Nothing is beneath me when it comes to taking care of myself, taking care of my kids, right? So, I know they grown, but you know what I'm saying, taking care of myself, basically. Oh, yeah, so y'all work with somebody right now, so, yeah, it's tricky. It can be tricky sometimes. Yeah, when you expect it to be treated a certain way, certain respect, certain this and that, right? Then you working for somebody and they treat you sometimes a little less than, or, oh, yeah, I've been catching it these last couple months. When I tell you, it's going to take me to blink out one good time to set the record straight. I'm good today, but I'm just saying it as a whole. I've been going through a lot these last couple months. Y'all shopping black before I let y'all go? I don't know. This Movado. No, this is Cartier. Yes, but y'all know how I get down with the black. This is Allure. This is black on. This is my homeboy Sean. Went to school with that brother. So I'm gonna tag the store and everything, the website. And I think that's it, y'all. I don't think well, him. All right. Okay, y'all. That's it. Adidas. Y'all like the shoes? I ain't gonna mess them up. I know, because I dogged them shell toes. I feel so bad, too. Yeah, I can't wear them no more. They is dogged out. My whole foot coming through. Right? But I ain't gonna mess these up. I'm gonna wipe them off when I get home. I ain't doing nothing hard today.